This is the plaintiff, Gerald Hibbard. He says he was sitting in his 2010 Chevy Camaro as it went through the defendant's car wash, and he heard a loud pop. One of the brushes got caught in his bumper and ripped it up and backwards, denting it. The defendant's claiming he had the damage when he arrived at the car wash, but this is simply untrue, and he's here suing for the $1,700 he's owed. This is the defendant, Denny O'Hearn. He says he uses only hog's hair in his car wash, which is very soft and doesn't cause any damage. He has video of the plaintiff's car entering the car wash. His car wash didn't do any damage, and he simply owes this plaintiff nothing. He's accused of being all washed up.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says the defendant's car wash did big damage to his Camaro, but the defendant says the brushes can't damage anything. It's the case of you gave me the brush off.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Hibbard, you are suing Suds Car Wash, represented here by Denny O'Hearn. You're the owner?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For $1,700, the estimate to repair your bumper that you say was ruined at their car wash. Tell me what happened.
Yes, that's correct. What happened was the car was intact. I saw the video myself. It shows the car intact going in. As I was being pushed under the brushes and into the machinery.
Wait, explain to me what kind of car wash this is, how it looks, what happens. Do you just drive into it and nobody's touching your car until you get into the conveyor belt?
No, his workers, they got the brushes and the brush handles, I might add. And then they have the buckets towards the floor.
Okay.
And as I was going through, I was being pushed through, I heard the pop.
Wait, I don't understand what push through means.
I was on the track.
Is this an hold on, is this an automated car wash?
It's a conveyor. So his car would be in neutral, and it gets pushed through the car wash by a conveyor that is pushing his wheel.
Well, that's guiding it through.
Guiding through.
But then you have real people cleaning it?
I have real people that, at that stage, before it enters the actual car wash, I have workers that are prepping the car.
Okay. All right. So when do you notice that something has gone wrong, according to you?
It was a very busy day. The workers are rushing, and they're soaping the car as it goes through. And I was in at least towards the tail of the car, and I heard the pop. I felt it in the car.
You were what?
I heard a pop.
No, before that you said what? I was what?
I was on the track. I was being pushed through into the
Right.
machinery. The workers were still using the brushes,
On the
soaping up the tail of the car.
Okay.
Exactly. So I was going in as they were working. As I was going in, I got in far enough. When I heard this pop, I felt it in the car. I couldn't step out. I can't step out into the middle of the car wash and the machinery. So when my car exited, it was off the conveyor. I pulled out. I inspected my car, and I found the damage.
Okay. Do you have a picture of the damage?
Yes, I have several.
May I see it?
There was also no signs, and I have pictures
No
of the front
signs of what?
I have pictures of the front of the establishment
There were no signs at what?
that say that I accept any liability because of the machinery and the workers. There's another one.
I wouldn't go to a place that had a sign like that. Why, do most car washes have signs like that?
Yes, they do. And I do.
Oh, and you do too? Really?
That's the wheel well, Your Honor. And I'm saying that one of the workers turned to go towards the buckets. He got the handle underneath the wheel well, underneath that clip, and he popped it out. And that's what caused it to bend back.
Your theory is that the handle, not the brush.
Exactly.
Let me see. You said you had a video. By the way,
Yes.
what did you do when you got out?
I got out. I saw the damage, and I said, that's what I heard. And I went and I spoke to a worker, gave me his phone number, and I waited for him.
Okay.
I told him. He argued with me. He showed me the video. I saw the video myself. And the car is intact on his premises.
Okay. All right, let's see the
Before
video.
going in, I was shown no video going out.
No video going out. You only video the going in part?
But that's where he's claiming the damage was done.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
The context of this video is it shows the guys prepping, and it also shows the guys brushing the car. And when you're brushing the car, there's a fluid motion that goes on as they go through the whole car.
Okay, let's see the video.
The motion continues throughout the video. So there's no, if he were to do some damage, he would have stopped because he would have felt the damage. But he continues to.
Well, he might not stop if he's brushed.
Well, you'll see the fluid motion continue. Should I
Yeah,
put
hold
it in
on.
play?
Let's see the video.
So the guy in the orange hat is the worker who is going to, when he realizes that the car has the brake on, he tells the plaintiff to put it in neutral. But you'll see how the rear wheel bumps up. See how it bumped up and went down?
Yep.
That was him. That makes a very loud metallic sound, like a bumping sound. And now they're brushing. And you'll see that the guy with the orange hat's going to come back into screen. He's brushing.
But Your Honor.
Hold on.
That's his brush. Now he's approaching, and that's where the damage is. And he continues to brush. And he keeps going.
And then he's out of my view.
And then he comes back
He's
around.
completely
Now
out
he comes back in view. That's the same guy. Did you see his?
Can you start it again? It's very hard. It's so grainy. It's kind of hard to see whether the bumper is hanging or not hanging right there.
Well, you can't tell that.
Can you just come on right on up here? And place a computer here. All right. Can you rewind it to the very beginning?
You ready?
Yeah.
That's where the noise comes from. It's a very loud noise when that roller gets forced.
It's utterly impossible to tell whether the damage is there previously or not based on the grainy nature of this video.
And his claim is that the brush caused the damage, but you can see...
He doesn't know. He just knows that he says, I didn't have it when I walked in. I have it now. He has a theory, but that doesn't mean that's...
But he's been very specific about saying he heard a noise, and he's very specific about saying that the brush did the damage. And my point is, you can see from there the brush did not. It's a smooth...
With all due respect, I love having video. I don't always have video, so I'm happy to have video. Right. I wish, if I was a videographer, I would have taken the camera and put it like that, and then I would like to see the very ending of the brushing. But
you do see the very ending because you see the brush go right over the spot that he's saying was damaged by the brush. In fact,
do I? Here, show me where. Yeah, hold on. In
fact, the brush doesn't even fit. He was saying the brush went underneath the wheel well. The brush doesn't fit.
No, he was saying the handle did.
Okay, well then the handle certainly didn't go under there because you can see that. Okay,
how can I see that?
Play forward, I'll show you.
Car's moving, so now it's starting to get out of my field of vision.
Yeah, and he's brushing the front.
I can't see the guy with the orange hat at all, but he's in the front of the car.
Yeah, and you'll see him brushing right there. That's the brush. That's him doing it. Right. And he'll come in. It's the same guy, and there's the spot. That's where he says it happened, and that's all you see is the.
What did he do right there? Right now, right there.
He's still brushing. He's still brushing.
Did he re-soak?
Nope. It's a continual motion because the car's about. He doesn't have time to re-soak. He's got to keep.
That guy did. That guy stuck his brush back in the soap.
Because his soap container happened to be there. But anyway, there it is. And the brushing is a continuous, smooth motion.
Okay. I need you. How can I put this on pause right here?
Yeah, sorry.
Got it. Thank you. So let me go ahead and have you go back. And then, Mr. Hibbard, do you want to come forward and view this tape with me here so that we can...
So do you think car washes are sitting ducks for shady customers that drive in with pre-existing damage and then blame it on the car wash?
I think it's very possible. I think a lot of people could use that.
Do you ever consider that? Do you ever think about that customers do this?
I personally don't, but it's definitely possible.
Do you ever think about this? You ever think about that happening?
It's happened to my car.
Where the car wash damaged it?
Yes.
Okay,
so
but...
I can see where somebody could take advantage of that if they wanted to.
Fair enough. I was about to accuse somebody, but I just couldn't pull it off going inside the courtroom.
It's very grainy. It's hard for me to see. Do you want to point out something that tells me, because you testified, very confidently that you can see it's intact when it comes in. I am not seeing it because it's so grainy. I can't see one way or the other. But do you want to direct my attention to something there? Because
The wheel well back here connects with that bumper.
I don't see that from that picture.
I can show you in the picture. Because if that damage was existing, you would see a protruding line.
I can't see squat in this thing because the quality's so bad. It's all blurry in that whole section.
I'm saying that...
I know what you're saying. Okay, so the guy, here's a guy, orange hat guy is here. Now, he's going through here. He's got the soap. He's got the brush. He's there. He's at that spot we've talked about, and there's only brush, there's no handle. When did he stick a handle in there? Because he's on a separate part of the car, see? And now his brush is right there. His brush is there. His brush is in the back. He's not going to go back into your wheel well.
But this is when I heard the pop. He keeps telling the court. He's telling the court when I heard it, when I felt it. I heard it and felt it when I was going through the machinery, just as they were finishing the tail of the car. He's telling the court what I heard.
Go ahead and go back to the lectern, please. Do you, you can take that back.
Your Honor, there's something else I would like to add.
Yeah.
Defendant, he's attacked my character and saying I'm trying to file a false claim. I have another notarized signature. I worked an overnight shift, and I got off at 7:30 in the morning. I got some sleep, and I was on my way to pick up a friend at 12 o'clock to keep a 2 o'clock appointment in New Jersey, of which we wound up getting there at 4 o'clock because of this. My point is, my motive that day is to go pick up a friend. I stopped in the car wash. I was pressed for time to pick up a friend.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
There's no motive of any wrongdoing here.
No, the one thing, I'm not sure about a lot of things, but I am sure that you did not go there to try to scam to get him to fix a car that you knew was broken. That I'm very clear on, okay? The only question is, can you prove that this damage occurred there, or that the other, option 3 is that it occurred elsewhere, but you noticed it there. You know, that is option 3, that you didn't notice this and then you notice it, you know, there. That's option 3.
That car is in its own private spot. I don't take it to work. It really doesn't go anywhere except shows, or maybe on the weekends or something like that. Really, it's not driven much at all.
Shows.
Car shows, cruises, things like that.
2010 Camaro?
Yes. I have a picture of it. The entire car here.
When was the
somewhere.
picture taken?
The damage is still there. That picture was taken maybe about a month ago.
Oh, let me see that. Is the damage still there in this picture?
Yes, it is now as well.
Okay, now, do you get what I was trying to say to you? That from when you step away from the car, it's very hard to see that? So are you telling me that I should be able to see in the video that the damage, because right now, this photographer is stepped away, what, 4 feet, 5 feet from the car, and you cannot see the damage?
It's much.
So when you zoom in, of course, and it's helpful that you zoom in so I can see what we're talking about, but you have to take one from behind so that I can figure out whether I can see from this video that you walked in damage or you didn't walk in damage, so that I can see whether it's likely to notice the damage, or could it be that the damage was there and you hadn't noticed it. All those things are important. That's why I wanted a back picture, and you just provided it to me. How did you win a trophy with the damaged car?
Look what I was parked next to, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I got to tell you guys, this is a close one, but I can't, you know, I can't shift the burden to him to prove he didn't do it. The burden is on the plaintiff to prove it happened, and that video does not and could not show it intact. And that video, if it does anything, is help them and show the brush motion. And even though there is a couple of second gap from the guy's motion, I can tell what part of the car he was still on, because within a nanosecond, I see the brush again. And I know the guy's not thorough enough to do the same stuff twice, you know, because it's an assembly line and he's moving along. And I just don't see it. I don't think you've proven your case, and my verdict in this case is for the defendant.
A gavel comes down on the wrong side for the plaintiff here. Step out here, unable to prove your case. What's your reaction to this?
Well, it's more about what's wrong and right, and about how to handle yourself in conducting business with customers. I should not have lost today, but he'll see. And I hope people are aware in the neighborhood. It's my neighborhood. Well, they're aware that how he handles things when he damages a vehicle.
All right. Well, you can see, though, that the proof wasn't quite there in the video. Not enough to bring down the gavel on your side.
No, they never inspected the car beforehand. There's nothing that states liability on my behalf. And my car was intact before I went in.
All right. Great. All right, so he had the burden of proof and couldn't carry it. What's your feeling here?
I think it was a fair verdict.
Yeah. Now, do you inspect these cars on the way in and note any damage, if there is any?
Generally speaking, yeah. I mean, and the damage that he was talking about, if it was separated a little bit, we see that's a common thing with a lot of bumpers. So if it was there, I don't remember this specific car, if it was there, but you do see that.
All right.
If it's falling off, if it's hanging, then we tell the customer.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, you know, we've talked about evidence a lot before here. In this case, I got to tell you, the key to this case, and a lot of these cases, pictures, and especially if you have a time issue, pictures before you brought it in and pictures after they washed the car.